Here are the reasons why you can fail your driving test on the reverse around the corner. So here's a sample marking sheet, and we can see that this person failed their driving test for competency, observation and right of way. So the very first section here is competency, and that basically means can you reverse around the corner keeping reasonably close to the footpath and at a reasonable speed. So as it says here in the RSA marking sheet guidelines under section E, where an applicant hits or mounts the curb, goes too slow, goes too fast, or incorrect use of the controls, you could potentially fail your driving test. If it's not serious, it will only be a grade 2. So the next bit here is very important. Section B says where the manoeuvre is aborted because of traffic reasons or if your vehicle is off course, you are permitted to take a second attempt. So the reason why your manoeuvre could be aborted for traffic reasons is if you're reversing and a car comes behind you and they won't overtake you. So take a look at this really important clip here with me and Joe. I'm going to just stop for this red car. Okay, so this is unusual. This red car is not gonna drive past me there. I'm gonna just... Would you move forward here, Joe?
Just put your hazard lights on.
Are we broken down? Would you put your hazard lights on here?
Well, I don't think you can get through there, so...
Right. Well, you get the truck through there. So I'm just gonna check my blind spot. I'm gonna move forward a little bit more.
Just let them through.
So this guy is gonna make me take this turn again by the looks of it. Oh, he's gonna come around me. That's it, just relax if that happens. You just have to move forward. Some people will be difficult and you just, that's it. It also mentions if your vehicle is off course, you can have a second attempt. So that means if you're a little bit wide or you're just about to hit the curb, don't be shy, stop, and then you are allowed to go forward once to fix it. Just be mindful if you are going to go forward, check your blind spot before you do so. Next we can see on the RSA marking sheet guidelines, it says if you are seriously out of position and you ask for a second attempt, the tester might say that won't be necessary. The reason being, you failed your test, there's no need to do it again. If you need help passing your driving test, click the link in the description, fill out the form and we'll be happy to help. The next section on the driving test marking sheet is observation. So we can see here in section D on the marking sheet guidelines, it says effective use of the mirrors is acceptable. However, where an applicant checks the mirrors only, a fault will be recorded for observation. So when we're reversing back in a straight line, although we are allowed to use the mirrors, we also have to show the tester that we know that we need to look over our left shoulder out the back window. We do that a few times as we're going back in the straight line. When we start to steer, although we do use our mirrors and our back window, although this mirror won't be as effective, and that's when we need to check our blind spot about 3 or 4 times. So the reasons why you could fail your driving test for observation on the reverse around the corner would be for simply just not doing any observation at all, not checking your blind spot ever. So that would be a fail. Also, if you are reversing back but you are doing correct observation and there's another road user coming from behind and you don't see them and keep reversing, that would also be a failed driving test for observation. And I'm going to speak a bit more about this when we talk about right of way. So the next section on the driving test marking sheet is right of way. So we can see here on the RSA marking sheet guidelines, section A, where an applicant obliges another road user to slow or stop. A fault may be recorded for observation or right of way. So this is where it gets a little bit complicated. There's a very fine line between observation and right of way. If you're reversing back and you're doing observation and you see another road user coming up from behind and you see them and keep reversing as they pass, the tester will fail you for right of way on the reverse around the corner because you've done the observation but you don't know the rules of the road because you're supposed to stop in that scenario. If the tester feels you've done observation and you didn't see the car, the tester will fail you for observation on the reverse because yet you were looking around, but very importantly, when you're looking, you have to actually see what's happening. So that's very important. So just remember, if there's other road users coming from behind, they have right of way. When you see someone, stop, let them pass, and then you continue on. Don't worry so much of vehicles approaching from the front. You can kind of acknowledge them as when they get right beside you, but if they're up the road, no need, keep going. They don't affect us. If you want to see the full video for the reverse around the corner, you can watch this video here. Also, if you have your test soon, click this box here, and that will be all your road signs, questions, hand signals, etc. Also, if you like the channel, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.